Matt Canning, bodybuildingpro.com. I'm here with Ben Thompson, wrapping up the 2013 Ontario Strongest Man competition, which was held in Thunder Bay, Ontario for the first time this year. Ben, this wasn't the first time you qualified to compete, but it was the first time you actually entered it. Let's go over some of your events. We'll start with the tire flip. You managed to complete the course in 57.07 seconds. That was a pretty good event for you. How do you feel about that one?
It was good. When we first felt out this tire before the event, I sort of planned to one motion the whole distance, and but I've never actually, gone this distance with an 800 tire before. So I was, you see me going pretty slow here, pacing myself, and no, it was good. I finished the course in, a pretty decent time, 57 seconds. I think I think I've done that time with a 700-pound tire, never an 800-pound tire before. So it was good. Yeah, it looks, as you can see, it's a little bit hard for me to finish here. The last slip, I'm kind of gassed, but no, I was pretty satisfied with that.
Now, the Farmer's Walk was the next event, 56 feet 4 inches. That's a pretty significant distance considering it was 310 pounds per hand. How did this particular event in terms of the weight and distance compare with some of your training, and were you satisfied with the result here?
Well, Farmer's Walk is definitely a weak event for me. With 310 pounds of hand, I was actually concerned about even picking these up to start with. I picked them up and made it 56 feet, which is a big-time personal record for me. In training, I've had problems making it, even 40 feet with 300 pounds. So, this would be a 10-pound PR for extra distance. I was up against Joe DeWitt. Joe's pretty good at Farmer's Walk, and made it a good distance, definitely. Way further than I did. Actually, about 8 guys in the field finished. It just goes to show how incredible the competition level is in Ontario for Farmers Walk. And this is something I need. I train it on the regular. It's something I need to keep bashing away and getting better and better at as time goes on. You can see me really struggling here. My hands are just opening up every time I pick up the weight. It's actually with Farmers Walk. It's very easy for me to deadlift the weight. I could probably deadlift this 310 25 times in a row if I wanted to. But actually walking with it and the grip is what causes me a lot of strain. So it's a real weak event I need to bring up, but it comes with time, I guess.
Moving on to the circus dumbbell, I would say that had to be a pretty satisfying event for you. Getting 6 reps, not exactly a poor achievement, especially in this lineup. So this was a pretty good event for you, in my opinion. How do you feel about the circus dumbbell?
I was feeling good about it. This is a strong event for me. My body type really gives benefit to this. Short arms are definitely a benefit in this event. I'd forecasted for 5. My plan was to sort of pace myself for 5. As you can see me going pretty slow, pretty calculated here. After the first rep, I knew I was going to be good because it went up like nothing. I didn't have to double dip. I forced it through, and the press was cake. And so you see me running through here, pulling it up to my shoulder, setting it. The handle was actually a 3.5-inch handle, which made it definitely harder than a dumbbell in the gym or anything like that. And even in my 3rd or 4th rep here, you can see that the press is still easy. It's actually the clean that's harder because the hand, I can't even get my hand halfway around the handle, so that's was a little struggle. But 6 reps is good. It's a definite personal record. My personal record before this would be maybe 3 reps in training with this weight. And then I feel pretty good about it. Definitely got an okay result with some of the better guys.
Now, the truck deadlift, this deadlift was crazy for a lot of reasons. First of all, it was 800 pounds, but I heard some of the guys saying it was more like 700 at the bottom, 900 pounds of resistance at the top. It was facing in, which makes it really difficult, and not a lot of guys were able to get any reps at all, let alone as many as you. You managed 6 reps. This had to have been your best lift. How do you feel about this one?
Well, I've seen a lot of guys go before me with, at least 700-pound deadlifts from the floor, at not able to pull this, not able to budge at all. And I've seen a few very, very impressive competitors go through and not be able to get this. Luckily, it's another event I have an advantage in. I train a lot of rack pulls, a lot of partials. So if there's a good event, this would be a good event for me. I started right away, picked it up for 2 reps, and I felt like I was going to pass out, so I had to put it down. Picked it up again for 3 more reps, and then you see me here about to hit my last repetition. I never trained car deadlift facing the car. I don't think it's useful to train it. I just train trap bar deadlifts and rack pulls. And 6 reps was great. Got me 5th place in Ontario. Totally satisfied with it. Something I need to still improve on, but for my first OSM, it's nothing to be ashamed about.
Now, the 360-pound Atlas stone over a 56-inch bar, I know you've done this weight, just about this weight before in competition, and pretty much this height as well. So you've done this before. It didn't work out for you this time. You weren't able to get any reps. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've never, this was a 21-inch Atlas stone, which means it was 21 inches around, a 21-inch mold. I've never actually loaded a 21-inch stone this high before. The previous week of training, I tried it, I lapped, and I thought maybe I would get it high enough. Hard to say. As you can see, I'm pretty close, but not, probably about 4 or 5 inches from the bars, 56 inches. So maybe 50 inches, 52 inches it would have gone over. Yeah, I'm not really disappointed with it. You know what I mean? I'm making pretty good progress on stones. 21-inch stones are hard for me. I have short arms. I can't really reach around them.
The 24,000-pound truck had to have been difficult even to budge. Tell us about that.
The next event was a truck pull. Apparently it was really heavy, what they told me before, and I was kind of concerned about moving it at all. This being my first 2-day show. Made it 43 feet. You know, I started strong, and I actually felt pretty good about it.
Now, I know you have a very strong overhead press, log press, and you got 300 pounds, but you didn't move on past there. Was there something about this particular event that prevented you from going higher?
Yeah, like I said, this is my first 2-day show ever, and my lats and everything were totally crushed from the first day. Like, I had no support coming from anywhere. And hit 300, doesn't look that easy, didn't feel good, it felt like crap. It was not good, and I was kind of wondering about 310, and as you can see, it's not about, it's not going to go. You know, I can't believe there's 11 guys in Ontario with a 330 or better log. That just blows my mind at the overhead strength these guys have and the amount of them that have, you know, this level of overhead press. I definitely need to work on my log. I feel like my personal record is 330 in training, and yeah, I need to get it past 350. That's all there is to it. I gotta really keep hitting my push presses and keep hitting my big weights, and get to 350 plus to compete with these guys. That's all it is.
Now, next we had the medley, and this was pretty good for you. You did get through the medley. You weren't able to get any Viking press reps, so that's where you weren't able to go forward. Although you do have strong shoulders, so tell us why you weren't able to get any reps there. Was it the same reason as the log press?
Well, this was a timed event. We only had 60 seconds to do all 3 events, and we actually didn't. We had to be on the clock while we were putting our straps on. So I took my time there, and that sort of cost me. And but the 850 deadlift was easy. I moved on the duck walk here, which is pretty heavy considering, you know what I mean, it's the 3rd event of a 2-day show. I finished it in okay time. Ideally, it would have gone quicker, but you know, it is what it is. Grounded out, and as soon as I finished the duck walk, I went to run to the Viking press, and I was actually out of time already. I picked it up earlier, and I definitely felt like I maybe get 5 or so reps, you know, pressing this Viking press. Viking press is a pretty good press for me, but I just wasn't quick enough for it today. But that's okay.
Moving on to the last event of the competition, the object loading. I would say that getting 3 of the 5 objects loaded is a pretty satisfying result. These were pretty heavy objects. How do you feel about this result?
I started off right away with 250 sandbag. I knew this was going to be not that bad for me. Pull it up to my lap, turn around, throw it in the truck. The next event was the keg. I was planning to get these 3 implements done as quickly as I could, and then move on to the 370 Husfell stone from there. You see me hammering down to the block here. It's very light. Pick it up and run with it. Nothing too challenging. And then the final event was the Husfell stone. It's got no grip on it. It's huge. It's hard for me to reach around. I turned it, squeezed it, picked it up, and got it almost onto the truck. But then, yeah, I just couldn't get it high enough. It's probably a little harder for me because I'm pretty short. But, yeah, it's probably a little bit harder for me because I'm pretty short. And, yeah, it just didn't happen. I could probably walk a fair distance with this without putting it down. Next up for me, I'll be in Dryden at the Weights and Wheels competition on July 6th. I'm looking for a good placing there. To be honest, I'm looking for top 3, maybe top 2, maybe first. I'm not going to accept less than that. And then after that, it's Thunder Bay Strongest Man. And then might be doing the Duberville Pro Show this year as well. I just got my invite for that, so we'll see what happens. I'm satisfied with my performance. Top 12 in Ontario has been a goal for me for a long time. And, yeah, I'm looking to get top 8 next year and keep sort of working my way up the ladder. So, Thanks again.
Thanks, Ben.